Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw. We are live here on Netflix on Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monday Night Raw tonight. We're here live from the Dolphins every man who's in the ring right now. You guys, I missed this. I missed you. It feels so good to be back right here in Toronto, Canada on a night that marks the brand new chapter in WWE history. Because starting tonight, Monday Night Raw comes to you live every week exclusively on Netflix. That means no boundaries, no limits, no network breaks, just pure, unfiltered WWE action, the way it's meant to be seen. And speaking of history, in 3 weeks, we're about to make even more of it. For the first time ever, Money in the Bank goes international. We're live from Paris, France. That's right, the most unpredictable, career-changing night of the year. And to save lights, 8 men, 8 women, 2 briefcases, 1 opportunity changes their destiny forever. I've seen a lot of moments in this company, shockers, betrayals, triumphs, but nothing compares to that feeling when someone unhooks the briefcase and the entire arena realizes their future just changed in an instant. And this year, on Netflix in Paris, it's going to be bigger, louder, and more chaotic than ever before. So tonight, we begin the road to Paris. Qualifying matches start right here on Raw. And I can promise you, by the time we leave Toronto tonight, you'll already be talking about who's destined to climb that ladder to greatness. Because the future of WWE starts now. Welcome to Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Stephenie McMahon. Big announcement by Stephenie McMahon tonight to kick off Raw here in Toronto, ladies and gentlemen. Stephenie McMahon made a big announcement here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. But it's time for our first match of the night here in Toronto. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome ringside to Monday Night Raw. It's up for the men's Money in the Bank qualifying action right here on Netflix. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 267 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Sheamus here in action tonight. He's in well in action. It's Drew McIntyre with a winner. We'll go on to Paris, France to compete in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We'll find out who will be right here on Raw on Netflix. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre, is looking to the opportunity tonight to go to Paris, France to compete in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Will be Sheamus or will be Drew McIntyre will be the first men to qualify for this year's Money in the Bank ladder match. Streaming live in 2-3 weeks from Paris, France. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our first match of the night here on Monday Night Raw Our official tonight is Charles Robinson. The referee for tonight is Charles Robinson here on Monday Night Raw. Here on Netflix. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First match of the night. Here we go. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Who is going to be going to Paris, France here tonight on Netflix? Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. One-on-one action where this match will go on to the Money in the Bank line. We'll advance to the Money in the Bank ladder match in Paris, France in 3 weeks. France in 3 weeks, live 3 weeks from Saturday. Live from Paris, France for Money in the Bank. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a night it's going to be here on Monday Night Raw tonight here on Netflix. Our first match of the night is a men's Money in the Bank qualifier. Right here tonight on Raw between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. The Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. McIntyre and Sheamus. Both men have history. Both men want in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Both men want to prove what they have tonight. Prove what they've got. And here we go. Here comes McIntyre. Lay down Sheamus. It's Drew McIntyre here on Monday Night Raw. The Scottish Warrior versus Sheamus here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And now Sheamus and McIntyre. Both men want it here on Monday Night Raw. Will they get it? Will Sheamus get it? McIntyre headbutt by McIntyre. The headbutt by the Scottish Warrior. Here's one for early on. 2, 3. The Claymore right away. The Claymore. 1, 2. Kick out 2 by Sheamus, who escapes the Claymore. And Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. What a match we're seeing here tonight on Raw in Toronto. Almost thought that was it for Sheamus when Drew McIntyre pulled it out here. Out the Claymore. Pull out the Claymore tonight. But McIntyre and Sheamus. One-on-one action here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here in Toronto. Here we go, Sheamus. Looking for some white noise. There's a Celtic Warrior. White noise by Sheamus. The white noise. And Sheamus calling him up. Sheamus looking for that for the brogue. The brogue kick by Sheamus to McIntyre. 1, 2. 2 count this time by McIntyre. What a matchup we're seeing here tonight in Toronto. Both men want it. Both men want Money in the Bank. And look at this. McIntyre, those shades around the ring. Sheamus, McIntyre. What a fight we're seeing here on Monday Night Raw here on Netflix. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Monday Night Raw action here, folks, tonight. Streaming live on Netflix. Here we go. McIntyre versus Sheamus on Monday Night Raw on Netflix here in Toronto. Money in the Bank qualifying action. Who is going to Paris, France? McIntyre and Sheamus. McIntyre. Future shot DDT. The future shot DDT. 1, 2. Kick out 2 by Sheamus. The future shot DDT to now pull away. Drew away Sheamus. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus here. Monday Night Raw on Netflix here tonight. And Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. Monday Night Raw action here. Raw action here, folks, tonight. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here we go. Sheamus. The bro. The Claymore off the ropes. 1, 2. 2.5 kick out by Sheamus. The Celtic Warrior is still in this fight. McIntyre getting corner for again. McIntyre. Another Claymore attempt. He gets it again. He gets it again. Our Claymore getting to Sheamus, who gets out before the referee 10 count. And there we go. And Sheamus and McIntyre. Monday Night Raw action here, folks. Sold out. Here in Toronto, Canada. Here we go. Sheamus, McIntyre. Monday Night Raw. On Netflix. On Netflix. Who is going to Money in the Bank? Who is going to qualify tonight on Money in the Bank? Sheamus calling up Drew McIntyre here. Comes in trouble here by Sheamus. Sheamus and McIntyre. Monday Night Raw action here on Netflix. Sheamus and McIntyre, folks, tonight. Big fight field on Monday Night Raw night between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. McIntyre and Sheamus. Here, folks, tonight. McIntyre, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus. What a fight we're seeing here in the Scotiabank Arena tonight. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here on Monday Night Raw here tonight. Well, Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Monday Night Raw action, ladies and gentlemen. Here in the Scotiabank Arena. Here in Toronto, Canada. In Toronto, Canada. Our first match of the night. Here in Toronto tonight. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Money in the Bank qualifying match. Right here on Netflix. Qualifying match up here on Monday Night Raw. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Who is going to Money in the Bank in Paris, France. McIntyre, Sheamus. Here we go. Hands are being thrown. Fists are flying. And fists are flying here. McIntyre, future shock. DDT again to Sheamus. And McIntyre. Uh-oh. Boston Crab. But the referee saw him near the bottom rope. And Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. What a fight we're seeing here on Monday Night Raw. And another white noise by the Celtic Warrior. And Drew McIntyre's down by Sheamus. Here comes Sheamus now. He's going for it here. The bro kick. But he's not done. He's going for it. Yes, he is. The clover leaf is locked in. The clover leaf is locked in on Drew McIntyre. On McIntyre, who's trying his best to escape from the bottom rope here on Monday Night Raw. But Drew McIntyre is locked into the is locked in tonight. Locked in. Sheamus almost has him in, almost has him tapping out to the clover leaf. Almost tapping him out here. Clover leaf locked in on McIntyre. Will McIntyre give up? Will McIntyre tap out here in Toronto? McIntyre tried his best to get to the bottom rope. Will he do it? What does he do as he does? He makes it the bottom rope in time. And Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. What a fight we're seeing another time. And look at this, another. And again, the cloverleaf again on Sheamus. From Sheamus to Drew McIntyre yet again. McIntyre again is in trouble by Sheamus. Trying to the bottom rope again is McIntyre. Trying to get away from Sheamus to McIntyre. But McIntyre tries his best. Drew does it. Drew escapes it. McIntyre escapes the cloverleaf. And Sheamus is in deep, deep trouble now. From Claymore. And the Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre's heading to Paris, France. Well, McIntyre stands tall tonight in Toronto. What a fight. And what a match for money, and what a match for Drew McIntyre here tonight in Toronto. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a big fight field was tonight here in Toronto as Drew McIntyre stands tall. He's the first man to qualify here on Monday Night Raw. Here on Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. What an incredible match we just saw here tonight. What a fight this was tonight here on Monday Night Raw. We all know now Drew McIntyre's in the Money in the Bank ladder match. The Money in the Bank ladder match. Who will join him? What if next week on Raw? So next week on Monday Night Raw. But ladies and gentlemen, what a fight it was. What a brutal beatdown. Watch this. The ending qualifying moments of the match. A Claymore off the ropes. And the 1-2-3 of McIntyre is heading to Paris, France.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Drew McIntyre stands tall tonight. Stands tall tonight, ladies and gentlemen. McIntyre stands tall. McIntyre's is on his way to Paris, France. Has advanced to Paris, France. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw. It's time for the tag team action. And here comes the Motor City Machine Guns. We're ready for tag team action.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall, making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 420 pounds. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Motor City Machine Guns are here tonight on Raw and Netflix. Here in Toronto for their tag team action. Some tag team action here tonight. They go 1 on 10 on 10. They're taking on DIY right here in Toronto. Right on Netflix. Don't go away. We'll be right more to stay here, ladies and gentlemen. There's no commercial breaks throughout the show. But here comes DIY, their opponents for tonight here on Monday Night Raw. Here in Toronto.
And our opponents at a combined weight of 400 pounds, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, DIY.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Right here on Monday Night Raw. And some tag team action. Right here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a big tag match here tonight. Who is going to win tonight? Will be DIY, will be the Motor City Machine Guns. We're going to find out live right now here on Monday Night Raw. And here we go. Alex Shelley kicking off the match here against Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa, DIY, here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here tonight, already being beat down early on is Alex Shelley by Tommaso Ciampa of DIY. Early on this matchup here on Netflix. DIY already taking advantage, is Ciampa already taking advantage of Alex Shelley early on. In this fight here, in this matchup here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And a beatdown early on here on Netflix already by Tommaso Ciampa to Alicelli. To Alicelli here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Another big idea here, but here we go. Ciampa loading to the crowd. Here comes Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin's in the ring now. Chris Sabin. Here comes Chris Sabin with a DDT beat down with a DDT here. Chris Sabin now in the ring with Tommaso Ciampa of DIY, as we just saw what happened here moments before the tag. Ciampa took advantage before the tag early on here. And the Martian Machine Guns in trouble. Oh, to this now. Now, here comes Johnny Gargano. Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Gargano in the ring now. It's Johnny Gargano against Chris Sabin of the Morrissey Machine Guns right here on Netflix. Here on Netflix in Toronto. On Monday Night Raw. On Monday Night Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Big fight feel here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here we go. Johnny Gargano has a way, wants him. Down goes first pin of the match. 1, 2, to the 2 by Chris Sabin of the Morrissey Machine Guns. This match continues. This match will continue. And a super kick to the face of Chris Sabin by Johnny Gargano. Right here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here we go. Chris Sabin taking advantage now of Johnny Wrestling here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The Morrison Machine Guns versus DIY here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. On Netflix here on Monday Night Raw. Here, ladies and gentlemen. The Morrison Machine Guns versus DIY. Here, ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw action. Here we go. Look at this. Here we go. And watch this. D down. Here we go. Pin attempt. 1 to the 1 by Johnny Gargano. Rolls outside the ring. Gargano rolls outside the ring. Gargano rolls outside the ring here in Toronto. And in Toronto, ladies and gentlemen, and Ciampa outside the ring. There's Ciampa there, just watching the horror as it's brutal beatdowns competing in the ring here. Count of 4 by our official. Which was that count of 4 here, count of 5. We're at count of 5 here, folks. We're at count of 5. Count of 6. Back in the room we go now, count of 6. And here we go, back to center ring, count of 7. And another beatdown again. Down goes Gargano again by Chris Sabin of the Morrison Machine Guns. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix tonight. Another kick to the face, to the skull. And here we go. Johnny Gargano trying to get to the corner. Will he make it in time? Yes, he does. Here we go. Down goes. And watch this here. Ciampa's just in. Oh no, Ciampa's down 2. Ciampa's down. Super kick to Ciampa. Ciampa's out of it here, folks. Was out of it here. We know what's coming. They like to call, ladies and gentlemen, we know what's coming here. Watch this. Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones. And down goes Skull and Bones here in Toronto. Skull and Bones. 1, 2, 2. Just a 2 count as Johnny Gargano broke it up here. And now Ciampa taking advantage of Ciampa. Now Ciampa taking advantage now of Alex Shelley on Ciampa. Yet again, Ciampa taking advantage. Getting advantage against Tommaso Ciampa of DIY. And Ciampa again. Ciampa, Project Ciampa. Goes that Project Ciampa. The Morrison Machine is leaving me in trouble now. And down goes Chris Sabin. The machine guns, and here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to call it here. Meet in the middle. In the middle. And that could be it here, folks. 1, 2, 2. A 2 count here by the attack from Alex Ship, from Chris Sabin. And here we go. Here we go. Oh, Shelley. And Chris Sabin, the Morrison Machine Guns, put on the line here on Netflix tonight. Netflix tonight here, Toronto, in this tag team action here on Netflix. This tag team action here, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Ella Shelley versus Trish and Tommaso Ciampa. Enjoy their get in the ring. Here on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen. And a DDT, down goes Ciampa. Ciampa's down, folks. Ciampa's down. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Skull and bones again. 1, 2, 2. And again, Ciampa breaks it up. And again, Tommaso Ciampa breaks up the attack. The brutal beatdown. The beatdown here, and Gargano again with the super by Gargano here. Johnny Wrestling on Netflix advantage of Johnny Wrestling again. Again, Johnny Gargano with Tommaso Ciampa here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And oh, what is this? Out of the corner. Out of the corner there. Ciampa almost got tagged in. We almost saw me in the middle. But then, down goes Ciampa outside the ring. And here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Another time again. Another time again here for the Morrison Machine Guns. They are wanting it more. Good night, folks. And good night, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go again. Skull and bones. And ladies and gentlemen, the Morrison Machine Guns stand tall tonight on Raw. They win this tag team match. What a tag team battle we saw here tonight on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. What a fight. And what a tag team match we just saw tonight here in Toronto. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a fight. What a big matchup here tonight in Toronto. What a tag team battle we just saw from these two teams here tonight on Raw. There's a lot of good fighting in this, good moments in this incredible matchup here tonight on Monday Night Raw. But only one team stood tall tonight, and that team was the Morrison Machine Guns here tonight on Monday Night Raw. We almost had a few times, we almost lost the match tonight, but watch this again. It took 3 of those, took 2, and then watch this here, another one. Tried over the pin here, but then broke it up, was Ciampa. But watch this. But watch this here. This was where it all went downhill for DIY here tonight on Monday Night Raw. As we see here. And watch this. The final Skull and bones for the 1, 2, and 3. What a fight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Motor Machine Guns stand tall tonight Raw. What a fight and what a win for the Motor City Machine Guns live on Netflix. Live on Monday Night Raw, what a fight and what a match we just saw here tonight in Toronto. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for more action here on Raw. It's time for the women's. Time for some women's Money in the Bank qualified action. And here comes the Queen, Charlotte Flair.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a women's Money in the Bank qualifier. Charlotte Flair goes one-on-one tonight against Stephenie Stratton, where the winner will be the first woman to qualify, and we'll head across the water. We'll head to Paris, France for Money in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. In the Bank ladder match, ladies and gentlemen. But what a night it's been so far tonight. We haven't even done the show yet. But we have a huge show. We still have a huge show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What a night it's been so far. What a few matches we've seen so far. The first match was incredible. The second match was incredible. Even the third match was incredible tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our next match of the night, which is the women's Money in the Bank qualifying action. Charlotte Flair, Stephenie Stratton, who is going to Money in the Bank? We're going to find out right here on Raw, right here on Netflix, in a few moments. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Stephenie Stratton here on Monday Night Raw.
And her opponent from Prior Lake, Minnesota, Stephenie Stratton.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Stephenie Stratton is ready to fight on Raw tonight in women's action. I had a word with both Stratton and then Charlotte tonight, earlier today. They said they're excited to be here on Monday Night Raw into Raw on Netflix for the first time being on Netflix. And also they're excited to have an opportunity to head to Paris, France for Money in the Bank and to be in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We'll see what happens here, ladies and gentlemen, here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And our official tonight, just a car, here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix, here on Monday Night Raw. And then for every episode of Raw and Monday Night Raw and all PLEs, all premium live events. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here on Netflix, Monday Night Raw action here tonight, sold out here in Toronto. Charlotte Flair and Stephenie Stratton. Stephenie Stratton, who is going to Money in the Bank to cruiser qualify for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match here tonight in Toronto. Well, ladies and gentlemen, big fight feel here on Raw tonight between Stephenie Stratton and Charlotte Flair. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we still have we have a few matches to get to tonight, but we have two huge matches that will take place tonight. It will be Rhea Ripley will take on Stephanie Valkyrie for the opportunity to face the man Becky Lynch at in Paris, France, at Money in the Bank for the Women's World Championship also. But also our main event tonight, we'll see CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, where the winner will go on to face Stephenie Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship in Paris, France. In Paris, France, at Money in the Bank in just 3 weeks. In just 3 weeks away. 3 weeks of Money in the Bank in Paris, France. Here we go, Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here to not lay the jump. Stratton and Charlotte Flair. Monday Night Raw action right here on Netflix tonight. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Women's action here tonight. Women's action here tonight on Raw. Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. This Tiffy time here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Stratton with a slap by Stratton, with a slap by Stratton, a punch in the face. The Stratton by the Queen, Charlotte Flair. And here comes Charlotte, the Queen with a slap by Charlotte. The slap by Charlotte, but Stratton says no. Charlotte's in trouble by Stratton. Charlotte's in trouble. The Queen is in trouble. And now she's in deep trouble now. Now she's in deep trouble now is the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Who's down? 1, 2. Kick out 2 by Charlotte. No, 2 by the Queen. And the spear by the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Who's over the pin here, Charlotte. On Tiffany Stratton, who kicks out 2. Yeah, you know, also kicks out 2. Here on Monday Night Raw. Stratton and Charlotte Flair. Monday Night Raw on Netflix here in Toronto. Here in Toronto, Canada. On Monday Night Raw. The crowd knows what time it is here in Toronto. We all know what time it is here in Toronto. It is Tiffy time here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Paul Stratton and Charlotte Flair. Monday Night Raw action. Where the winner will go on to Paris, France and compete in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match in just 3 weeks. Live on Netflix. And Charlotte Flair again. Now Charlotte. Little Boston Crab action to Tiffany Stratton, who escapes really quickly. Escapes quick here tonight. Escapes pretty quickly here tonight on Monday Night Raw. And Stratton again lays out the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Here on Netflix. Here tonight. Sold out. It is Tiffy time. Oh no, Stratton missed the attack. Stratton missed. And now Charlotte here capitalized. Now Charlotte's going to capitalize on it. Will Charlotte capitalize on it? And the Queen. Another Boston Crab locked in on Stratton, who escaped the bottom rope here. Down goes the Queen, Charlotte Flair, here in Toronto. And Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Here tonight, sold out here in Toronto for Monday Night Raw action. And we're on the road to Money in the Bank in Paris, France. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have big action here tonight. Right here on Netflix. Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And Stratton. Charlotte Flair, the Queen. And the Queen, waiting for the figure 4. She's locking it in. Ladies and gentlemen, she's locking it in here on Netflix, locking it in. She's going for it. The figure 8's locked in. The figure 8's locked in on Tiffany Stratton. Will Stratton escape it? Or will Stratton tap out to the Queen, Charlotte Flair, who wants to make it to Paris, France, and advance the Money in the Bank But Strand tries to escape all she wants. She's trying her best to escape it. And she does. She escapes it. She escapes it. She escapes the figure 4 leg lock. Figure 8. Saves the figure 8. And now Strand now. Lives it to blur away. Now Strand. Charlotte's busted open. Charlotte's bleeding. Charlotte Flair has been busted open. And ladies and gentlemen, we know what time it is now. We all know what time it is. We all know what time it is, folks. We all know what time it is. You know what time it is? It's Tiffy time. It's now Tiffy time. Here on Monday Night Raw. On Netflix. Now Tiffy time. It is now Tiffy time. Here on Monday Night Raw. But Charlotte rolls outside the ring. Back in the room we go now. Back inside the room we go now. Back inside the ring. For Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here now, ladies and gentlemen. We are sold out. Here tonight. Streaming live on Netflix. In Toronto, Canada. Ontario, Canada. Yo, Canada. What is... They part that exposed turnbuckle. There's a exposed turnbuckle here in the ring. I don't know what she was thinking of doing with this exposed turnbuckle, but... Maybe not a good idea to use the exposed turnbuckle on her there, but the exposed turnbuckle may have saved the match here and stopped her from stopped her from taking out early on here. And the Queen is not looking too good now. It's the Queen, Charlotte Flair. And ladies and gentlemen, it's Tiffy time here in Toronto. 1, 2, 3. Stratton advances as she's heading to Paris, France in the advance to Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank women's match. Men's ladder match. What a match we just saw here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. What a fight. We just saw you live tonight. Well, Stratton and the Queen Charlotte put it on the line tonight. What was an incredible matchup here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Stratton and Charlotte Flair stand tall, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday Night Raw. Live in Toronto. Charlotte Flair loses and Stratton is on her way. On her way to Paris, France for Money in the Bank.
Here is your winner, Tiffany Stratton.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Tiffany Stratton is on her way to Money in the Bank. She advances. Who'll be looking at? Miss Tiffany in the Bank. Tiffy time in the bank. We'll find out, ladies and gentlemen. But up next, we got more action for you tonight on Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Beast, Brock Lesnar. And he's here in Toronto tonight. The Beast is back. Well, the Beast is back. He's back and better than ever. The Beast, Brock Lesnar, is here on Netflix.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Minneapolis,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Beast, Brock Lesnar, said he had something to say tonight. He said on social media earlier today that he wants something to say here tonight on Raw. What is he going to say? We've also heard he's having an open. He also said bulleted that he wants an open. He said he wanted a mic tonight. Don't know why he needed the mic tonight, but we're gonna find out what he said. Why he needs a mic right now here on Monday Night Raw. Let's see what Brock Lesnar, the Beast, Brock Lesnar is here on Raw, and he's here live with a mic, live here on Raw in a few moments. The Beast is here. I don't care who you are, where you're from. Someone's getting their ass kicked tonight. Who's man enough to step up? Who's man enough to step up and face the Beast, Brock Lesnar? Well, the Beast is issued an open challenge, seems like. But who's the opponent gonna be to challenge the Beast? Wait a minute. We haven't seen him for years. Mark Henry's back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't seen Mark Henry for years now. Ever since Brock Lesnar brutalized him at WrestleMania 23, WrestleMania 34. But tonight, he's back. Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, is back. And the Beast doesn't look pleased. The Beast did not look pleased. He looked at me just now and told me, this guy? Really? Now the Beast, Brock Lesnar, and Mark Henry have history here in WWE. Have history. Both men were champions. He left. And now uh-oh. Right away, the Beast. Right away, trying to take down the monster known as Mark Henry. And Mark Henry lays off the Beast. Mark Henry lays off the Beast. It's Mark Henry who lays off the Beast, Brock Lesnar. We've never seen the Beast get laid out. They're laid out so much. They're laid out like this. Like this tonight. Like this ever in his career. But the Beast, Brock Lesnar, being laid out here by Mark Henry. The world's strongest man, Mark Henry. The dangerous man, Mark Henry. The Beast, Brock Lesnar, and Mark Henry here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and the crowd is not what to think here. Here we go. Oh my God, the Beast just goes flying by the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. This is a match, but the Beast not doing too well against Mark Henry. Here's the Beast. Oh, Brock Lesnar. Brock's flying back. The Beast, Brock Lesnar, the Beast incarnate. The Beast is back and ready to fight. Here comes the Beast. And the Beast, Brock Lesnar, and Mark Henry. Here on Monday Night Raw. On Netflix. On Netflix tonight, folks. Ladies and gentlemen. And the Beast. Uh-oh. Mark Henry saw it coming. And again, Mark Henry again. Laying out the Beast. Brock Lesnar is the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, who we all know Brock destroyed a few years ago, months back. Now the Beast. Brock Lesnar. Mark Henry missed the attack. Of the Beast. The Beast. Mark Henry. And the Beast. Brock Lesnar laid out the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems we're on a trip to Suplex City. We're on a trip to Suplex City. We're on a trip to Suplex City. Oh, the Beast now is fired up. The Beast Brock Lesnar is all fired up now. The Beast is fired up. The Beast incarnate is fired up here on Raw. The Beast Brock Lesnar has been brutalized early on this matchup by the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. The Beast Brock Lesnar is now delivering a suplex after suplex to Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. And now again, Suplex City, yet again, to the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Strongest man, Mark Henry, here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And the Beast, Brock Lesnar, is out for blood. Is out for blood here tonight on Raw. The Beast again, with another suplex by the Beast. The Beast again, with another suplex by the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. And the Beast laying down the beatdown on Mark Henry. The world's strongest man, Mark Henry, is the Beast Brock Lesnar. Well, the Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar and the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, on Monday Night Raw tonight. Back suplex on the helmet on his head. The back of his head. The back of Mark Henry's head. It has to be hurt. Has to be hurt because of the attack by Brock. Now get the back of the head again. The Beast doesn't care. The Beast doesn't give a crap. The Beast Brock Lesnar is out for blood. Is out for blood. The Beast is out for blood. The Beast Brock Lesnar is out for blood. He's not done. The Beast is out for blood here in Toronto. The Beast is out for blood here in Toronto, Canada. He's out for blood. He's out for blood. The Beast is out for blood. Beast Brock Lesnar. He's out for blood. The Beast is out for blood here in Toronto. The Scotiabank Arena here. The Beast Brock Lesnar is out for blood. Is out for blood. The Beast not happy. What happened before? Mark Henry busted open now. Mark Henry's busted open by the Beast Brock Lesnar. And the Beast isn't done. The Beast is not done with the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. And again, the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Again, the Beast just destroying the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Mark Henry being brutalized by the Beast Brock Lesnar, the Beast incarnate. Well, the Beast Brock Lesnar, he said he was out for blood, and he's got that blood. And that blood's all over the face of the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. World's strongest man, Mark Henry, his blood over his face. Over the face of Mark Henry is blood. And Brock Lesnar said he wanted, he was after blood. He was after, he was coming for blood. And he came for blood tonight. He's coming for blood right now. It's just Mark Henry. World's strongest man, Mark Henry. Well, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we don't gotta watch out! Charles Robinson got laid out by the Beast. The Beast Brock Lesnar lays out Charles Robinson. Why did he do that? No idea why. But the Beast just delivered this brutal beatdown to anyone, to everyone here tonight. Good thing he's not going towards me. But he's not heading to his way, this way towards me. Heading towards me to give me some suplexes. But we're seeing him bringing right to our announce table, though. It's the Beast with the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Again, the Beast. Brock Lesnar. The Beast incarnate. What's he thinking here is the Beast? The Beast, Brock Lesnar. What's he thinking? The Beast again. The Beast said he's out for blood. He said he's out for blood. Wait a minute! What the hell? Charles Robinson laid out by F5! And the Beast lays out our official. Lays out Charles Robinson with the F5. With the F5. What was that about? The Beast just snapped. The Beast said he's coming for blood. And he is coming for blood. Everyone's blood tonight is the Beast. Charles Robinson looks like he's seen a ghost. Looks to be destroyed here on Monday Night Raw. And the Beast, Brock Lesnar, just bring the hell out of Mark Henry. The world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Oh my God. Holy shit. Holy shit. On our table. On our table. F5. To the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Back in the ring. Go back inside the ring now. The Beast. And another one. And R5. Another F5 from the world's strongest man. The Beast snapped tonight. The Beast snapped. Well, we all saw the Beast snap tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Beast Brock Lesnar snapped tonight. He snapped. He attacked anyone. The official, Mark Henry. Brock Lesnar brutalized Mark Henry tonight. Brutalized him. What does this mean for the future for Mark Henry? Well, we did get some officials out here for Mark Henry, though. Some doctors, some officials out here for Mark Henry. After that brutal attack by the Beast Brock Lesnar here tonight in Toronto. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to find out who will face the man, Becky Lynch, at Money in the Bank for the World Championship. As here comes Mommy Rhea Bloody Ripley. As he's here for action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Adelaide, South Australia, Rhea Ripley.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley, is here in action tonight on Monday Night Raw. As you go one-on-one with Stephenie Valkyrie, where the winner will go on to Money in the Bank and will face the man, Becky Lynch, for the Women's World Championship, live at Money in the Bank. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll find out who will it be. But we just know that whoever it is, they will have a big shout, we'll have a mark, we'll have a target on their back, and that target will be the Women's World Champion, Becky Lynch. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Rhea Ripley here in action live on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get this match started, we have to tell you about what we just saw with the girl from the Beast, Brock Lesnar, who brutalized Mark Henry. And Mark had been sent to the local hospital here in Toronto. And we have no further details on the severity of the attack from Brock to Mark Henry's ribs, his back, and his neck. But ladies and gentlemen, we will give you an update next week. We'll give you an update, ladies and gentlemen, on our social media. We'll give you an update about Mark Henry's health. And Mark Henry's brutal beatdown on what the Beast did to Mark Henry was unforgettable. What he did to Charles Robinson was unforgettable. Like, he attacked Charles Robinson, gave him an F5. Gave Mark Henry a F5 through our table. He then made Mark Henry bleed. Henry bled all over the arena. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to find out who will be going to Paris to face the man Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, or Stephanie Furture. We're going to find out right now, ladies and gentlemen. Right here on Raw on Netflix. Let's go. Rhea Ripley versus Stephanie Furture. Monday Night Raw action here on Netflix. Ladies and gentlemen, who is going to go to Paris, France to face the man Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. Women's World Championship in Paris, France, ladies and gentlemen. But ladies and gentlemen, the Beast Broadway has been... But ladies and gentlemen, the Beast has not been seen anymore. The Beast is gone. The Beast has left the Scotia Bank Arena here in Toronto. The Beast has left the Scotia Bank Arena here in Toronto. The Beast Brock Lesnar, he's left the arena. The Beast has left the Scotia Bank Arena here in Toronto. And we're not going to be seeing the Beast anytime soon. They'll be saying the Beast anytime soon, ladies and gentlemen. Here anymore tonight. But the Beast did say one up a challenge. But then Mark Henry came out and the Beast, he snapped. He literally snapped. I don't think he forgot what happened to him a few years ago. When he fought the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. World's strongest man, Mark Henry. Mark Henry brutalized the Beast. Sent him to a hospital. But the Beast and put his best friend, Paul Heyman, through our announce table. And he was sent to an ambulance. Sent to the ambulance. Put into an ambulance and sent to the hospital. But the Beast didn't care. The Beast came out the last night and brutalized Mark Henry. Mark Henry was not seen again. We thought he was done. Thought Mark Henry was never going to be seen again, but then Mark Henry showed up tonight. And the Beast was not happy. The Beast was mad. The Beast was angry. The Beast was pissed off. I've never seen Brock Lesnar that pissed off before. Attacking an official. Attacking Charles Robinson. The Beast. You crossed the line tonight, Brock. Brock crossed the line tonight. He crossed the line. You don't attack an official. You don't attack an official. You don't. You don't lay hands on the official. Brock. Well, you did tonight. Just because you wanted blood doesn't mean you should get blood from anyone. You want Brock. But I'm just getting off topic here, but the Beast brutalized everybody. Brutalized Mark Henry. And Charles Robinson. Charles Robinson will be back here for our main event, but he is being checked on by our doctors, by the medical staff here in Toronto. By our medical staff. Or the medical staff in the back. And we'll see if he's able to officiate the main event tonight between Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. Well, we all know that they will be fighting. And the winner of that match will go on to face Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank for the World Heavyweight Championship. World Heavyweight Championship. We do know that. There's going to be a World Heavyweight Championship matchup at Money in the Bank. Whoever wins that will go on. Wins the main event tonight will head to Paris, France and compete in the Money and fight for the World Heavyweight Championship. Fight for the World Heavyweight Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. And all of this. Down goes Rhea's down, though. Rhea's down. Come on, this is all of this. Signature. Down goes Rhea. Rhea's down. 1, 2, 3. Valkyrie's going to Paris. She's facing the man Becky Lynch. What a fight it's going to be in Paris, France. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a match we just saw here, but here tonight, Rhea Ripley losing to Stephanie Furture tonight, and Stephanie Furture's heading to Paris, France, to face the man Becky Lynch at Money in the Bank for the World Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to find out who will be facing Seth Rollins soon enough as our main event will be up, is coming up in moments right here on Raw on Netflix.
Here is your winner, Stephenie.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Furture is heading our way to Money in the Bank, and will face the man Becky Lynch in 3 weeks from Saturday. She faces the man Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. What a win this one match is going to be at Money in the Bank. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Our main event of Monday Night Raw. And here comes the voice of the voiceless, CM Punk.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois. Weighing in at 218 pounds. CM.
Wait a minute, folks. Cody Rhodes isn't waiting. Cody's not waiting. Cody's not waiting for the match. Cody's not waiting for the match. Cody wants to fight right now. And he ambushes Cody ambushes CM Punk outside before the match even begins. Why are you doing this, Cody? Cody Rhodes attacking CM Punk before the match. Why? Why are you doing this, Cody? Cody Rhodes not to let Punk even get ready for the matchup here. And again, Cody Rhodes laid out Punk. Well, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, this match is supposed to happen here. It's going to happen for sure. Supposed to happen here. To happen and well, ladies and gentlemen, well, this match, yes it does. This match is going to take place. This match is going to take place now after Punk got attacked early on by Cody Rhodes, who just ambushed Punk. Just ambushed CM Punk. As you see here, ladies and gentlemen, Charles Robinson is doing okay. He's doing fine. Doing okay. He's been cleared by the medical staff to be here to officiate this match, to referee this match here tonight on Raw. This main event. While Cody Rhodes just brutalizing Punk again. While Punk's been busted open earlier by Cody Rhodes. And oh, Crossroads. 1, 2, Punk it down. What is? Oh, down to Charles Robinson. Cody. Oh no, Cody, what are you doing, Cody? Cody. Oh my God. Cody's got a steel chair! Cody's got a steel chair! Cody had a steel chair to the back of the skull of CM Punk. Why, Cody? Why? Cody Rhodes The crowd are cheering for CM Punk. But looks like Cody Rhodes just delivered beating the hell out of CM Punk here. It's Cody. I don't think CM Punk's going to win the Money in the Bank. This brutal beatdown. But Cody can CM Punk get out though. Punk get out. Punk get out of it. Punk get out. And I'll see a Punk and Cody Rhodes going at it now. Here we go. They're throwing hands. They're throwing hands here in the Scotiabank Arena. They're throwing hands. Yeah, Punk versus Cody Rhodes. You're on Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and not what we thought we'd see here. A brutal beatdown to CM Punk early on by Cody, by Cody Rhodes, and Punk now. They've got the vice locked in. They've got the vice locked in on Cody. Cody could tap out here in our main event. Cody to tap out here, and when he tap out, Cody's so close to tapping here. Cody's very close to tapping out. Cody taps. Punk is going to Money in the Bank. CM Punk versus Stephenie Rollins at Money in the Bank. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes, he snapped tonight, Cody. He attacked Punk with steel chair. Through watch this. The steel chair to Punk's ribs by Cody Rhodes. Cody almost put away the Cody cutter. And then he went for, and then the crossroads. Thought it was over. Thought it was done. But watch this here. And then Cody Rhodes turned and beat Punk and submitted to the Anaconda device here tonight in Toronto. And Punk is going to Paris, France. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a win for CM Punk tonight. He is heading to Paris, France, and will face Stephenie Rollins at Money in the Bank for the World Heavyweight Championship. Good night, ladies and gentlemen, from Toronto. Good night. We'll see you next week on Raw. Good night from Toronto. We'll see you next week, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. We'll see you next week. Good night from Toronto.